Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm just going to be going over the top performance mods that you can get for your ACURA TL. I get asked this question so much that I'm just going to make a video, and so now when people ask me, I'm going to send you the link to this video. Before I start the video, I just want to thank all of you that do subscribe and like, comment, support the channel. It really motivates me to keep going. I just want to go over my opinion on performance mods. Now, I'm gonna do mods for looks, but for this video, it's just performance because, well, I don't got all the mods for looks anyways. So for performance, the first thing I would do is get lightweight wheels. Now, a lot of you won't think that's a big deal, but it definitely is. Like lightweight wheels, my lightweight wheels I believe are 10 pounds lighter. OEM tire, OEM spec, everything, just lightweight wheels. I literally shave about 10 pounds per wheel on an all-wheel drive, so the acceleration is extremely noticeable, more so than any other mod that I've done other than the pre-cat delete. Even the pre-cat deletes, I find even low end, like it kind of took away from low end, like very low end. I'm talking when you first take off. But lightweight wheels have three benefits. For one, it's going to handle better. For two, it's going to brake better, and most importantly, it is going to increase acceleration. And there's a couple other things, like it's going to give you better gas mileage, and just overall you're going to save some time when you're doing roll racing or accelerating. I know not many people are roll racing their TLs, but that's why I started the channel. A lot of people are just like, don't spend the money, it's not worth it. But it definitely is. As you guys can see, when I'm stock, I was doing 13.9, 13.8 quarter mile. Now I'm down to 13.1. That's spinning the tires and with that slow 1 to 2 shift. And all I did was full exhaust, lightweight wheels. So, and a base map K tuner. So literally you can shave almost a second off the quarter mile with just a full exhaust, lightweight wheels, and base map K tuner. So imagine with a tune, the few more bolt-ons. But anyways, so secondly, the next thing I would do, if you want a nice little sound, I would just recommend doing a muffler delete. If I could go back, I would have just did a muffler delete because I'm not happy with the Borlas. The Borlas sound nice, but they're just not aggressive enough for me with what I'm looking for. But if you want a nice little tone, clean sound, I do have some video clips of just the Borla with the Jpipe, and it sounded really good. The muffler delete with the accelerate Jpipe was so far the best sound, my favorite sound of all the setups that I've tried so far. It literally sounded like a GTR on the inside, just with the busted muffler and a Jpipe. I say muffler delete because I just disconnected where it was busted, so it was like half a muffler delete. So anyways, that would be the second mod that I would do just to get some sound. After the lightweight wheels, I would go with the pre-cat deletes. Now, these are RV6 pre-cat deletes. The stock pre-cats are super bottlenecked. They're literally like, I don't know, maybe half an inch wide, whereas these ones are literally like, not sure if you can see, but I don't know, 1.5 to 2 inches wide, the pipe diameter, and they don't bottleneck. So very important for airflow, and that really wakes it up, because stock, they're pretty choked up with those pre-cats. So I would go ahead for second or third mod after the muffler delete is get the stock cats out of there. Now, if you want them for free, pretty much just sell your OEM ones, and that'll pay for the pre-cat deletes pretty much. I got $500 cash just for the 2 front cats and then the third cat, which the Jpipe, the V2 deletes. So if you are getting a Jpipe, make sure you do get the V2. Next, I would do the K&N drop-in filter. You can get the intake, but if you are planning to go with the K tuner later, you're going to need an actual tune for the intake to perform better. Now, there's a lot of controversy. It's a hot air intake, so if you want, stick with this one. But P2R does run this and the short ram, because if you're doing roll racing like I do and you're on the highway, it's not gonna get heat soaked. The filter sits, I'm not sure if you can see there, but where the stock air box fits into, and this feeds the stock air box. Not exactly sure how, but Anyways, so this feeds the stock air box, and the short ram sits here. Now, I know a lot of people say short ram, it's a hot air. Well, it's because a lot of short rams, literally the filter will be like right here. Whereas this one's still like as much in the fender as you can pretty much get. It can go a little bit further, but the framing is in the way here for an actual cold air intake. And drop-in filter, it's like $75 Canadian. So that's a good mod. Definitely does a difference. You're gonna get a little bit of gains there for the price. You can't really go wrong. So and you'll also get a little bit better gas mileage. Now, you don't need this. I just got it because, well, since the hood's open, I might as well mention it. This is a throttle body spacer. It apparently it helps with the low end. Now with the Tune, obviously you're gonna get better gains, but this is only like $75 Canadian. Very cheap, easy mod, easy installation. I have a video to install that. I have a video to install the intake. Moving on. So after you get the exhaust free flowing, you're gonna need that Jpipe. Jpipe, there is a few companies that make them. There's RV6, Accelerate. The only thing with Accelerate is the flex pipe only lasts like 4 years. I've talked with a few people who had it, and literally the flex pipe let go after 3-4 years, which isn't much driving at all. And then Accelerate's not going to replace it. Unfortunately, I found that the Accelerate was the best sounding Jpipe. Next thing would be the K-tuner. After you start opening up the exhaust and lightweight wheels, I do K-tuner. Now, you can get the K-tuner before opening up the exhaust, but you're safe with just a muffler delete. The thing is, like, I'm still not tuned. If you got money to throw around, then yeah, get a K-tuner and tune it every time you add a mod. But in my opinion, it's not worth it. It's not worth the money to keep doing that. Just wait till you're full bolt on, then get your tune. Just don't beat on it constantly like I do. I still beat the shit out of this thing, even though I'm not tuned. It's probably not good, but I can't help myself. The only thing with the K-tuner is it's the base maps are tuned with the stock air box. So you're gonna see more gains with the stock air box when you put the K-tuner base map, and they are tuned on 93 octane, and we only have 91. So I am getting knock count, but I just need an actual tune. I'm just waiting for some more mods. So after you got the full exhaust, after the Jpipe, I didn't mention, but it does bottleneck, and then you got your stock resonator. So if you want to, I think this OEM is 2.25 inch. Now you're gonna get the most gains with a 3-inch single exit, but I like the look of the duals and the quad tips, so I'm not going with the single exit. I'm gonna keep my duals, but I'm gonna open it up to 2.5 inch duals coming out instead of just 2.25, which is the OEM. Now after the Jpipe, it does kind of bottleneck the piping, so you gotta open it up, and then you will get better flow. Lightweight wheels, full exhaust, let it breathe. These things need to breathe. I literally shaved like a second off my 1/4 mile almost just with opening up full exhaust, getting a base map tune. And moving on to some more bolt-ons is going to be anything ported intake runners. Those are a really good popular mod that you're going to do. And also you can get those at P2R, at Choney 1703, I think, hand ports them, and Halferland Performance. There's other guys, but you choose who you want, do your research, it's up to you. So go ahead, get the ported stuff, ported intake runners. You can port your throttle body. Now the 3.7 throttle body is the biggest throttle body for the Hondas, so a lot of popular swaps is for the 3.7, but being as we have the 3.7 throttle body, we would have to port our throttle body to get a little bigger. Now also I believe people are porting the intake manifolds, so a little bit more airflow there as well. You can also get the intake manifold spacer. Manifold spacer is from P2R, and it does increase your torque, and then you get thermal gaskets with it, obviously, but it will increase your torque. I believe it removes a couple on the higher, like a couple wheel horsepower from top end, but you gain quite a bit in the mid-range and low end. So that's up to you. You choose what you want to do. So again, all these mods, you're gonna have to look at pricing and everything for yourself and just decide what you would want to do. Now that's pretty much it, I think. If you want full bolt-ons, like I said, full exhaust, intake, that's up to you, stock airbox, or you want to customize the cold air or go with the short ram and get it tuned. So that's up to you. There's 3 options there. A lot of people just go with the stock airbox since they stopped making the ice box. The ice box was actually amazing. I seen a guy with just the ice box, pre-cat deletes, I'm not even sure if he had lightweight rims, Jpipe, and he put down 296 wheel with a tune, so on K-tuner. So that is just insane. So these with a good tune will push over 320 wheel with full bolt-ons. So anyways, I think I covered everything. I could be missing some stuff. Biggest downfall on these are it needs to breathe, and then the second thing is the weight of the car. So if you want free horsepower, well, not free horsepower, but if you want to reduce the weight, they say every 100 pounds is the 10th of a second. So if you want to remove 100 pounds, go ahead, remove that spare tire, drive around with half a tank or less. Full tank is going to give you an extra 40-50 pounds, and a spare tire in the trunk with the tools is 50 pounds. So right there, remove spare tire and tools, drive around with half a tank. You just gave yourself a 10th of a second in the quarter mile. And then with the lightweight wheels, saving 10 pounds each tire, shaving another 40 pounds. And then when you start modding or doing muffler delete's going to shave, you know, 10-20 pounds. So there is you can shave a couple 100 pounds off this car. If you're into racing at all, you can remove your back seats. That's another 60 pounds removing the back seats. So 60 pounds, this seat alone, it's so big, you could probably, you know, shave another 60 pounds here, maybe even 100. I don't think it's 100, but it's a good 60-70 pounds probably. So all that, you can shave literally like 300 pounds off your TL, whereas we're like 4,000 pounds stock. I think the auto is 3990 or something, almost 4,000 pounds. The manual is 90 pounds lighter than the auto. So yeah, if you want to don't spend money and make your car a little bit faster, shave all that weight off and you'd be impressed. With just shaving a couple 100 pounds, you're gonna gain, you know, a 10th or 2. So that does help a lot. So definitely need to tune after you get all your mods, or you can kind of do it as you go if you got a bunch of money to throw around. So that's pretty much it if you want to be full bolt-on tune. Next, if you want to really up the horsepower for cheap, would be a nitrous kit. You can run a 50 shot to 100 shot safely, I believe, on the stock engine. Just, you know, do it reasonably. Don't punch it right off the line, but wait till your RPMs get up there around 3 grand and then hit the nitrous. Now I do want to go nitrous, but at the same time, like I promised you guys, the Supercharger. So I was kind of stuck in between getting a V6 Accord or a Supercharger. But I got a buddy with the V6 Accord, so we'll just hope he kind of mods that, and then we'll race the TL until I get a Supercharger. You could probably run a whole nitrous kit on this thing for like 2 grand Canadian. Now if you want even more power, you can go with the Supercharger kit. Actually, the Supercharger kit is supposed to give you about 420 wheel with the stage 1. I believe it's 5,700 US. Oh, there's the Type R. Type R, guys. I might have to get a race in, guys. If you want to do a custom turbo, you can also do that, but that hasn't been done too many times. So I'm just mentioning more things that would be a lot easier. Now, if you can do a custom turbo, go right ahead, but I don't have the knowledge for that and can't do it. So that's not an option for me. So anyways, that's pretty much it. Full bolt on, tune your TL, and you'll see a world of a difference. Oh, I never even mentioned coilovers. It's gonna help the look a lot, and you're gonna increase the handling. There's also the rear progressive sway bar that you can get, which is for an Accord, I believe, but apparently it fits right on the TL. So it's a rear progressive sway bar. I think it's around $250 US. So if you want to completely help your handling, get that as well. So now I think that's everything. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Feel free to comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.